News in the paper. Life feels like an empty restaurant. Legs so heavy.
Welcome back to the Christian Women's Health Collective podcast. We're so glad that you're here. We're just going to have some fun this week and share with you some of our exercise oopsies as we have had our health journey and learning how to exercise. Some of us have exercised our entire lives and some of us have not. So enjoy our stories.
Any funny fitness stories?
Fitness mishaps?
Mm.
Like,
Yeah, I did P90X one time and tore something in my groin. I couldn't even walk up the stairs because I had no idea what I was doing before, as I was early into my fitness journey. I had to crawl up the stairs for like 2 weeks. That's
Thank goodness no rhabdo.
Huh?
Thank goodness no rhabdo. That's awful.
Yeah.
I remember in high school when I ran cross country and or track, depending on whenever we started, one of those being so sore, and my locker was on the second floor on the bottom, so it was like trying to get down to the locker because my legs were just like hurt so bad. Just for the first couple of days, but it was like, oh my gosh. So I don't know if you call that a mishap, but
I did so many push-ups wrong one time. I made my biceps swell where I couldn't get my arms above my head and I had to have somebody else brush my hair.
we actually have I have bars that we use in class, and they're called the equalizer bars. So you can go look that up and they're very awesome. They look like almost like hurdles. They come down just like that. The only difference between it and a hurdle is a hurdle on one side doesn't have, it will go down, right? It'll fall over as you're running through it. If you clip it, it'll go over. I used to run the hurdles. This bar goes like this on both sides. So it doesn't.
Oh.
So I joke with the ladies, because we do a whole, every month, it's the same, we do it the first session of the month, we do the same workout because it's all on the bar. We do triceps, we do V-ups, we do, it got dubbed bar dancing. Because we are going through the bars, right? I'll send you guys a video. I had put one in the mastermind one time. Oh, it's fun. And then what else do we do? Walking lunges, or we lunge with it, holding it over our heads. So that's probably the only, and the V-ups are the two weighted, and then push-ups because it's wide, so it gets more in your chest. But it's an awesome workout. But again, you're like your triceps are. So I'm like, I'll tease them. I'll say, put your hair up now, fix your hair now, because we're doing triceps today on the bar, and it's like when we do the triceps on the bar, I call it like the monkey bars, because what you do is you're on your knees and you're holding on to it. And it's like, you remember when you were on the monkey bars and you were about to go across and you got to the first bar and you kind of swung out and then you came back? That's kind of what you do, except you're going under like this. So it's really concentrating your triceps.
I love tricep work.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Really fun.
It's fun. I'll bring my bars next time we come up to Destin and we'll play.
I was not athletic growing up, and so I never played any sports, so I never had a reason to have sore muscles. And when I was a teenager, we went on this hike with my uncle, like up to a waterfall and back. So you're hiking uphill a couple miles and then back downhill. Well, the next morning I fell out of bed because my legs were so sore and I could hardly move them. I was like screaming. I was like, I am literally dying. My legs won't.
Oh my
Something was
gosh.
wrong with me.
Oh,
That
Because I
is so
never
good.
had sore muscles before. That's
So good.
silly. So funny. I still think the way I thought they were going to.
so funny.
I was
I don't
probably
know that I really
dehydrated.
have one, a funny story that I can think of. I have a funny sunburn story and other stories, but not a.
Never had anything
exercise.
crazy happen on your paddleboard?
Not that would be no. Mm-mm. I mean, I've done CrossFit to where I've had such a hard wide that I couldn't hardly get up and down off the toilet. Or when I worked at the hospital, I'd have to hold the rail to walk up and down in high heels because I couldn't get up and down the stairs. So it was like I would have to, like go down step by step.
Yep.
About
Nothing's like funny.
I would say like in April, so about 3 months after I started doing the boot camp classes, I had not done any running at all. And there was a 5K that was held right near my work. So my work sponsored whoever wanted to be in it. So my friend and I went into it, and it was just like, we just planned to walk, or, maybe walk and run a little bit. And so we started off jogging, and she's like, well, I'm gonna stop now, but if you want to keep going, go. And I'm like, I'm gonna keep going. So I ran a mile, and I got to the mile, and I was like, I'm okay, I'm just gonna keep going. And so I kept going, and I hit the 2 mile mark, and same. And so I kept going. I'm like, I'm like, I'm gonna finish this. And so I did. I finished it, and I finished it with a kick, and it went across the finish line, and it was good. And I went back and met my friend and came back with her, and we ran in together. And I woke up in the middle of the night, and my knees were locked. They were in so much pain that I could not even bend them. That it was terrible, just terrible pain. I was just like, oh my gosh. But I mean, the HIIT workouts, the cardio aspect of it allowed me to run a 5K cardiovascularly. My knees are,
Amazing.
I know I have bad knees anyway because of doing hurdles. So
That is wild.
Wow.
those would be my only mishaps. But
Just trying to think if I had an exercise blooper. I'm sure there's one somewhere along in there.
I know one for you. I mean, it's not a bodily blooper, but you shared with me and Tyler the day that we went paddleboarding with you about dropping your phone in the ocean.
Dropping my phone?
Uh-huh.
Oh, no.
Multiple times.
Yeah. So got to be careful when you're paddleboarding.
Oh, wow. Did you lose it forever then? Is it just gone?
No. So I have lost, actually, one time we lost the phone off the dock, like off a little dock. It just kind of like bloop fell in, and my son jumped in and caught it. And it still worked. Like it was still on. The screen was still on. The phone still works. I'm still using it. This is it. And then I've had another one where which all of them, I'll tie a string to them and I'll use them out on paddleboarding or whatever. But I had this, it wasn't the phone. What was it? The GoPro. And I thought that it was attached and it wasn't. And so I was just going to toss it in, and I just threw it in.
I would call that a fitness faux pas.
Yep, for sure.
Crazy.
Funny.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear a gross fitness story?
Yeah. Have it.
When we lived in South Carolina, we always kept our shoes in the garage. And I was always paranoid about cockroaches getting in them.
Oh.
And so I would always pick them up and shake them just to make sure before I put them on, you know. But one morning I was late for my exercise class to get to the gym, and so I just put them on real fast and ran out the door and went there. And then went through a whole class, and then went to the stretching class and took my shoes off to get on the mat, you know. And there was a smush cockroach in there.
Oh gosh, yeah, that's awful.
Disgusting. So note to self, when you're in the South, always double check your shoes.
Yep.
Yeah,
the cockroaches gross me out.
yes, they do. Me too.
Yeah. I went hiking with the Girl Scouts, the backpacking camp when I was, 12 years old or so. And we came out of the tent in the morning to put on our boots and continue hiking that day. And I grabbed my boot and I got hit by a scorpion. And I'm sitting there going, all I know about scorpions is you're going to die when you get bit, hit by a scorpion. That's all I know about scorpions. So I'm like petrified. I'm going to die, right? This is in Florida. And so, and they're like, you're not going to die. You're not. I'm just like, oh my God.
That's so good.
That was terrible. So, yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
I didn't die, by the way. Just to
Apparently not. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us for this fun little quick podcast this week. We're trying to just shake things up. We have a lot going on in our membership. This week, we actually are going to be ending a 7-day water challenge that we started, and we ended up with 25 people in there. If you're not one of them, you need to be on the lookout for our next challenge, because we are going to probably do our next challenge in our membership group, where you can actually get access to our membership group for an incredible low rate. And at the moment, we are doing a, low economy. We want to help you help yourselves sign up rate of $7 a month. And if you sign up now for $7 a month, you get to stay at that rate for the lifetime that you're in the group. So get in there now. I will put the link to the join the community in the show notes. If you have questions about exercise, about drinking water, or anything, please put that question in the show notes, and join us on all of our social media. We are on Facebook. We are on Instagram. I think we're on TikTok. Are we on TikTok? We're on TikTok. You can find us in all of those places. And of course, you can find us online. And YouTube, yes. Well, hopefully you're watching on YouTube, but we're also on Spotify if you ever just want to listen and not have to watch. Anyway, thank you for joining us. Please do not forget to
like,
subscribe,
share,
and click that notification bell so you get notified every time we put out a new podcast. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Bye.
Fly like a bird in the sky. Don't let me fall down again.